What is alive for you and what is burning for you? Is it time to burn the old version of you? What's burning for me right now is definitely leading from the masculine. And I think a lot of times in the feminine or the masculine, we don't like to ask for help. We like to know. Stuck and stagnation is a sign that growth is on the way. You are at your highest self, your most in-aligned and alive self when you are doing more of the things that you love. Hello, Brave Table fam. Welcome to another episode of The Brave Table. I'm your host, Dr. Neeta, and this is your destination, your oasis to be all things just a little bit more brave in your actions, in your relationships, and in your life. And today I am so excited because I want to ask you a simple question. What is alive for you and what is burning for you? This was a prompt that was given by one of my dear friends, Sid, who told one of my dear friends, Angad, to share it at a roundtable discussion meeting that we were having. It was actually at a beach club in Dubai. And, because of course, all the most spiritual and deep conversations should happen at a beach club on a Saturday night. I don't know who you're hanging out with, but that's kind of how we roll, the things that we're doing. And it stuck with me. And I shared this during the last solo cast of transactional and relationships and, how to spot fake friends and how to actually cultivate real and meaningful connections and relationships. And I think so many of you really resonated with that, so much so that I decided to literally do another solo cast just talking about this because we don't ask this enough. And every quarter, my husband and I, Ajit and I, would actually ask the question of what's exciting for you right now. And, what is it that you want to pursue, whether it's business, personal, relationship, etc. And we would ask this question. And now it's changed where we do these things twice a year. So midway point in the year and at the end of the year. And because we have a family, we have busy schedules, etc. And so I wanted to start off by what is alive and what's burning for you, because I think a lot of times we get into a very long month like March and we sometimes get stuck in our energy. And is it time to burn the old version of you? Because March is that springtime, it's the season of rising to reset, release into a new version of yourself. What is calling for you? And when I was answering the question, I said, what was alive for me was that I am entering this season of just spaciousness and also tapping more into my intuition and leading from the feminine way and the feminine place. And, I think this started from my TEDx talk, and now it's live, guys. It's live. I did this back in November, and it was really all about the art of slowing down and that we are faster, we're sicker, and more disconnected and lonely than ever before. And literally, I share, quite a few studies in the TEDx talk that I did in Manila, and what a beautiful homecoming it was to actually do this in my mom's birthplace of Manila. And it was TEDx Women, UPW Women in Manila, in one of the most beautiful resort areas there. And I had very little time to prepare. I had about less than 3 weeks to prepare for this talk while we were moving our entire family overseas. So the timing couldn't have been more just crazy. I mean, crazy timing. But I said yes. I said yes because it was an invitation. And I said yes because while I don't know if I was in my full feminine, I know the intention was for me to embrace more of that, because I think for so many of us women, we are really just operating from this go masculine, and the go masculine. And I've seen so many women come up to me, whether it's at talks, workshops, in the DMs. Many of you follow me on Instagram at Neeta Bhushan, and I'm so grateful for that. And also we've seen such a rise this past year because I have been talking about my Ayurvedic remedies of healing and biohacking as a mom, and a mom of two toddlers and not so toddlers anymore, young kids who, they fight and they're siblings and they're going to have their own desires and wants. And, mamas, we have our own ambitions as well, but can we enter the space of is it less of the pushing and more of the receiving? Is it more, in the slowness of how we're being, where we are just supposed to be with other people and allow for the organic instances to happen, knowing that we are still expressing our voice, knowing we are still expressing our truth, knowing we are still doing our fullest expressions of who we are meant to be, because we are leaning into our feminine ways, that we're not pushing, we're not trying so hard, because we don't have to. We are arrived. We have arrived in our body, in the way we are. And, for those who don't accept this way of being, this way of the softness and the nurturing, and some people are like, well, Neeta, is there a way to lead from the feminine? Well, sure. Do you know that you are at your highest self, your most in-aligned and alive self, when you are doing more of the things that you love? And I'm not to say that, stop everything that you do not like doing, because there are some things that you are going to do that you're not really going to enjoy. But for the majority of it, are you going to be doing things that really light you up? I don't really like to pay taxes, but I know once a year I'm going to have to do that and sit down and look at my invoices and look at all of my statements. And I've learned to love that process, because what does that process give me? It gives me abundance. It gives me an availability to plan out budgets for the family and do things for my family and do things for myself, which is why a task that I thought that I didn't like before, now all of a sudden I'm just loving. So can we reframe some of the hard tasks? Because what does it allow you to do? So what's burning for me right now is definitely leading from the masculine. And this go, 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 push, 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 this logical thinking and being in that masculine way, even though I know that a lot of times we are in our pitta to get things done. And this is not very like me. And so while I'm also kind of in this nuance of building Tritonics, which I'm so excited for, and I want to take you guys along in the process while I'm building this, and it's something that, is taking a longer time. I know that I started kind of the process last year. We had some hiccups, some that suck now what moments, and I'm learning as we go. But what I'm also learning is I'm so curious to find things and really ask you all. And, if you'd love to get on the mailing list, I would love to send it to you. I'll link it in the show notes, basically. And when you sign up, you will get my chai sip and soothe calendar. So your self-care calendar with my amazing 12 recipes of chai that I really love, that are functional, that are adaptogenic, that really support your hormones as females and your stress and overall focus and energy. And I love it so much. And so it's been a wild ride to try to find the right constitution and put on my chemistry hat and kind of go through the process of creating an actual physical product. It's very, very cool. And there have been ups and downs in it. And last year I was operating from the masculine, so much so that we tried to go so fast and then it just didn't work out, because it ended up being not what we wanted. And we had to pivot a couple of times. Tends to happen. And we're just in this space, and it's coming as a process. But to be able to be in the feminine this point, there's no rush, right? And so my curiosity is, I was introduced to so many amazing people because I asked for help. And I think a lot of times in the feminine or the masculine, we don't like to ask for help. We like to know. And now I'm like, nope, can you introduce me to another person and this person? And I feel like I've got such a beautiful team of experts now that I didn't have. And it only happened because I asked, hey, I need help. Those 3 little words that would, again, change my life. I need help. And in what ways can your leadership, your feminine leadership, say, I need help? I hired a new unicorn team at home where I ask, I need help. I'm not one to micromanage. I'm not one to know everything. If you know something better than me, I would really love for your support and your help. And I share this because I think oftentimes we think leading from the masculine is the only way. But the moments of quiet, the moments of softness, the moments of stillness, when we're empowering other people to step in and rise to their power, how much more powerful and beautiful can that be? So that's honestly what I'm navigating right now. And, if you're feeling stuck in this season, stuck and stagnation is a sign that growth is on the way and growth is waiting to happen. So sign up for that thing that you're doing. Sign up for the thing that is going to make you come alive and, really breaking up old cycles and identities that no longer serve you. Like I said, I'm trying to break up with that masculine way of me and the pitta, because I can execute so many things at the same time. How can I savor this process while it is painstakingly slower than I have wanted? But how can I really bask myself in this process and really enjoy the process of creating this baby, this new baby? So I leave this with you today. How are you and what are you releasing? What's dying out for you and what's burning for you? And is it more of the feminine way in your life? So if you love this episode, if this really hit a chord for you today, and you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, like this video, tell us what you're working on, what's burning for you, what's dying for you, what's alive for you right now. Share this with somebody that really needs this powerful approach to their softness, their feminine energy, and leading with the feminine. And if you are done and you want to reclaim your feminine power, please let me know in the comments below. And if there's anything that you would add to some of these practices or questions, I would love to know that as well. And if you aren't following us on iTunes or Spotify, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. It helps us grow the show more than you know, and let us know your favorite topics at Neeta Bhushan and at the Brave Table. And if there were any glimpses that changed perspective for you today, I would really love that. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to be just a little bit more brave.